Hello, quilting friends. It is Tuesday. I know I said I would be here on Wednesday this week, but circumstances have changed. I also said I would not be home, but I am because circumstances have changed. Anyway, I am home. Um, that little tickle in my throat last week turned into something major, as in the virus that shall not be named. I was able to manage it without hospitalization this week, but I couldn't go out of town to take care of my mom. I was too sick um, and contagious, but now I can go tomorrow. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to be in a car all day tomorrow. So I wanted to say hello while I was here. Um, and I don't feel bad telling you I'm leaving town because I'm leaving my sick husband home. It took me 2 years, but I finally gave it to him after he's given it to me before. So, how are you doing? How's your quilting going? I am very, very not quilting. I need to see if all my channels are working. Let's see. I think we're on. So let's see if all the channels are working. I'm going to check the chat so you can let me know if the chat's working, because sometimes these computer things don't work very well. My voice is really shot because earlier today I did an hour and a half video for Pro Stitcher teaching how to use the software, and that involved a lot of tea, but now I'm down to a lot of water to try to keep this voice moving. As far as my quilting goes, again, not much has happened because it's not much quilting going on when you're like this and praying for death. I did have a few new things this week, and I want to show them to you. Let me find them and pull them up. And I will share it with you. So I did buy a couple sewing patterns because I'm looking for some new clothes. So I'm at 209 fabric. It's Canadian, I believe, but these are PDF patterns. So let's go to the PDF patterns and see what I bought. One thing, the reason I bought it now was this top right now. It's a rectangle top. It's made from just rectangles. And doesn't that sound perfect for quilters? It's size inclusive, which means it'll fit me. So that looks kind of fun. Let me show you the version I was looking at. Was it this one? I was looking at playing around with this. Where did that go? With this version. And then making it longer. I like that little bit of elastic there to cut it off. So I'll be playing around with that. It's on sale right now. And then the other pattern I bought while I was there, to save on the shipping that doesn't cost, is this pattern. It's a tie dress that can either tie in the front or tie in the sides. And I've been watching this one online and have really liked it. It just looks like a simple dress to hang out in, totally my jam. So that was one thing that was new this week. Let me come back to you. Is I purchased those. How do I unshare this? Stop sharing. Hello, I'm back. I also resurrected some projects and put them on my active quilting list or active making list. Since I'm headed to my mom's, I brought some knitting, and this is a sweater, a 9-month-old sweater I'm knitting for my grandson, and he's getting pudgy, so it's time to finish it. He's bursting out of his clothes all over. So that's a sweater for my new grandbaby, and a scarf, because it's amazing what a black t-shirt can look like when you just throw a scarf over it. I got this yarn when I was on vacation in the Berkshires last year, last summer, like 2024 or something. And it was just a really nice ombre, so dark green to lighter green. And it's a Stephen West. It has holes in it, on purpose. Stephen West is kind of the Judy Niemeyer of knitting, that he does really offset, weird geometric things. So I pulled this scarf out to finish because it's small and I can carry it with me for if I finish Samuel's. I'm sorry, that's my oldest grandchild, Elijah's sweater. And yeah, so I think that's what's new this week. One thing that I'm grateful for that's new, and it's not necessarily new this week, is antivirals, because my body cannot handle a specific virus, as it took me 4 months and hospitalization to get over it the first time. And I've had it a couple times since then, and I get antivirals immediately, and it takes it down to really nasty for a week and then tolerable for 2, and then I'm okay. And I'm so grateful for that. I imagine living in a world where I could never get rid of it. So that's what's new for me, is that antivirals are fabulous. They have their downside, but I love them. So I'm very grateful. And that's my mindset. That's my frame of mind for everything right now, is I'm just so thrilled to be here instead of losing half of a year like I did the first time. So Patty, hi, I'm glad to see you. And hello in Kissimmee, Florida, 90 and muggy. Oh, that sounds fun. What we have going on is 79 degrees and partly cloudy with some rain coming, and we could use the rain. With the change of seasons, the quality of light has changed. So quilt photographs are going to get a little wanting for the rest of the season, until, like May, when the light gets better again, April, May. So what I finished this week, and I don't really remember a lot of what I talked to you last week because I had a fever, didn't realize anyway. I was very sick when I talked to you last week. It kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I finished my Aloha Mystery quilt. So let me show you a picture of that. I haven't put the video of that up yet because I haven't edited it because I've been sick. Let's see, downloads. My Aloha Mystery, I apologize. The Aloha Mystery is done. And the video is online. I don't understand how people cannot be grateful for things in life. Before antivirals, I wouldn't have survived it the first time or the second time or this time. And I'm just so grateful because I was very sick. I was only a little sick when I talked to you. It got worse. But anyway, I'm better. And my husband, he's got a little sniffle. He's fine. It's my body is weird because of my autoimmune disease. Doesn't deal with things well. So I'm so grateful. So thankful and happy to be here. I did finish my Aloha Mystery 5.0, Aloha 5.0 Mystery. Let me show you some pictures. So that's the start of the video that's on YouTube right now. Nope, don't know why the other pictures aren't coming up. Hold on a second. I lost a lot of brain cells when I was sick, and I guess that's showing. I also lost about 10 pounds since the last time I saw you. Not having an appetite is not as fun as it sounds, but it's not bad. Also, there's some side effects of the medication that are pretty weight loss inducing. So let me show you these pictures. So this is the quilt behind me. This is the Aloha Mystery 5.0. And I forget what setting I used. What did it say? The Aloha Spirit. I used the Aloha Spirit setting. And I'll stop sharing that, show you another close-up. I had so much fun quilting it. Now, I quilted this before I got sick. Now, what I did was I took my ABC geometric circle, graphic circle, spiral, the spiral half of it, and I put it in the middle of an 8-inch block and put it in the middle of an 8-inch block. It's only 4 inches. So I had to free motion this line between the two. and putting it in the middle of a block, and the middle of the block left a lot of room in between. So then I realized there was perfect space to put another one in the corner of the blocks. So I was just ridiculously happy figuring that out. So this quilt is finished, and I'm going to be using it as a teaching sample this week, because when I go to Mom's, I do hook up with a shop there and teach. So I'll be teaching on Thursday in Glenshaw, Pennsylvania, for the Quilting Needle, which is a fabulous shop. I'll be there Thursday morning. I felt so bad. I'm like, hey, I've got news. Do you still want me? So it worked out. I'll be there. I'll drive all day tomorrow. I'll teach Thursday, and also be nearby Mom, which is the goal. So I'll be teaching using stencils, and I've done them in straight lines. I've done them offset, but I just love the way this one turned out. And this quilt, I've been collecting a group of quilts for a family in my family. It's one of my husband's cousins, and she's got 4 kids, and they're all tall. So I wanted to give them a box of 5 or 6 quilts, tall quilts. And this is a tall quilt, and there are 4 men and 2 women in the family. So I thought this would be a great man quilt. But last week at church, which is probably where I got sick, I was talking to a retired policeman. I'm like, this would be a great quilt for him. So once this is no longer a work sample after this week, this will go to church to hang out with a retired New York City cop and his wife. So I really just love the way it's set. My husband was really cute. He carried this in for me because he's not as sick as I am, and he was setting it up behind me for the backdrop for the Pro Stitcher video I did today. He was like, does it need to be centered? Do I need to move it around? I'm like, it needs to cover the wall and just be a different video, just to show that it's a different week for the contracted videos that I was doing for the company. But it was adorable. He wanted to like get my head in the middle of the star. And I'm like, that's a lot. But he's a good guy. Let's see, Patty. Which batting do I use? This is Quilter's Dream Polyester Select, which is their middle weight. I find that it quilts well, it washes well. I buy it in 60-inch rolls because 60 inches usually works for color block quilts. I also have a larger roll, but I go through a lot of 60-inch rolls. That way I can just quilt it either 60 by 70, like a quilt that's 50 by 70 will fit on there, or a baby quilt, a smaller quilt will fit sideways on there. So I do buy it by the roll rather than the package. But if you, make an agreement with your local quilt shop and see if they'll order it for you and put it in with their order if you want to roll, because shipping is really expensive. And I believe lindas.com also sells it as well. So I don't buy the packages. I buy rolls. But mostly the 60-inch rolls now. I go through them pretty fast. So thank you for the question. I also was working Shining Brightly. That's the video I haven't edited yet, but that's coming up. Let me pull up some videos. Okay, I meant pull up some photos. So let me share those with you. Okay, so this is the Shining Brightly. There we go. So there's the whole quilt in an unedited photo. And I just love that. Steelers won last night. Go team. I did not watch the game. That is the center medallion. I did a nice feather in there. If you're interested in more quilting feathers, I cannot recommend my online feather class highly enough. It has been reviewed greatly by those who have participated, and this feather is in there. There will be a video coming out in color blocks of this. There's the same feather as a square. There's the same feather, half of it. So that's the quilt. It wanted a lot of quilting, unlike the quilt behind me that didn't want a lot of quilting. So I love that we get to try different things with quilting. Hi, Diana in Nevada. I'm guessing you're hot. Guessing you're probably not muggy because I've been to Nevada. I was in the Hoover Dam and it was 120 degrees. That was fun. I've never had a breeze make me hotter before. My husband and I just laughed the whole time we were outside. We walked across the dam and I ran across the dam and said, "I'll meet you in the next place that has air conditioning. Come find me." It was memorable. It was his idea to go to Arizona in August, which seems like a bad idea, but it definitely created some fond memories. So I hope you are staying inside and staying cool and being healthy and all of those things. Let's see what else. I have my list of quilts. Where did it go? Here it is. So I messed up on my card. I don't still have just my 10 projects. So I did finish one of my quilt-alongs, but I added a quilt-along. Starry Night is another Aloha mystery quilt. Came out on Saturday, and I was not in any position to quilt it on Saturday. I had zero brain cells. I tried to do stuff, kept breaking stuff, kept dropping stuff, ruining stuff, and then I spent 2 more days in bed. Sunday and Monday were in bed. So yeah, I haven't done much. But on Saturday when I was trying to do things, I figured it would be safe if my husband spotted me and helped me. So I basted up my pumpkin quilt that I made at my vacation. And I did some walking foot cross hatching on here using one of my Fabulux variegated threads. And I love them. It's called Meditation and it's taupe, gray, and cream. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. So I am going to, I hope to bind it tonight, but that probably won't happen because I got to pack for teaching and then sit down and rest and cough in between. But my poor students, I feel bad because I feel bad, but I'm not contagious. So I just feel bad that they're not getting the absolute smartest version of me. Let's see. Mount Gambier, South Australia. I'm not. So South Australia. See, Perth is Western Australia. South Australia, is that Adelaide or is that Melbourne? Melbourne. Sorry, I've been in both and I forget which one is south. I think, is that Adelaide area? It's beautiful there. And you are going into summer. So yay, you're going into a beautiful time of year. I talked to my nephew this morning, my sister's grandson. He's in San Diego at the zoo yesterday, and he got to see koalas. And I told him I got to hold a koala when I was at a koala preserve in Melbourne. I saw them out in the wild when I was in Adelaide, but I saw them at a preserve in Melbourne down in Churchill Island. And I'm like, they feel like sheep. And I was telling him, he's almost 5. And I said, do you know where they live? And he said, they're from Australia because I know that. I said, well, I went to where koalas live and I got to hold one. Do you know where they live? But I know that with the surety that almost 5-year-old can say things. So it was very cute. And I've had some wonderful memories. Wonderful there. Let's see, Patty. Oh no, for my card. Okay, here's the good news. I can finish the baby sweater. That'll take one off. I can finish that quilt by binding it. That'll take another off. The only problem is there's a knitting store near my mom's house that I might have to visit. So it might add more on. Plus I might have to go to the quilt shop, get something at the quilt shop when I'm, teaching. But maybe in another week or 2, I'll work it down. At least it's keeping me focused of what I have to do. So like I need to go home, and after I come home, I need to baste up a couple quilts and get them quilted to get them out, get them off the list, because I'll be home in October and I will have ruined this. But I will trace it directly back over and try to keep it to 10. I did start the Lori Holt applique quilt. I did not start blockheads, and I've actually crossed them off as in not going to happen. So it's a good goal, but sometimes there are things more important, like finishing a sweater. I had to put it on the list so I could take it off the list. I think that's about all I have to tell you. Let me see. I still have to send out a newsletter. That might happen. Again, I'm working on breathing and pulse ox and not coughing and passing out whenever I stand up. So I'm doing what I do. And getting it done. And you all are so lovely. And so you were so understanding when I had to take pretty much a year off the first time I had this. So it was with great comfort that I knew, like, you'll love me anyway if I leave my head on this pillow for another day or two. So thank you for being you. I was thinking of you, but I wasn't quilting. So that's my week. I'm going to go finish my laundry because I don't have any clothes to take with me. I've been sick for a week. And then get packed up to go teach some wonderful students. So if you are in Western Pennsylvania, I hope to see you this weekend. I think the next place I'm teaching after that, let me look that up. I'll be teaching Pro Stitcher on Pro Stitcher's YouTube channel for a while. And I'll be teaching at Adirondack Quilts at the end of October, which is upstate New York, further upstate. For real upstaters, that's still not upstate, but it's all north of Albany. So that's where the next live teaching after this one. Oh, I am so cute. I know. I don't feel cute. I feel like I showered and actually did my hair today. So like I said, it's amazing what you can do with a black t-shirt and stretch pants, sweatpants. If you throw a scarf on it, it makes it look like you did something. So I'm going to take another week. I will see you again next Wednesday because I'm teaching on Tuesday, and I don't like to do 2 back-to-back. I'll see you next Wednesday at 2:30, hopefully with some finished projects and a voice back up in the female range. Beth, I'm so glad I get to see you. I apologize. I'm going to be sitting down to teach, which I always do. I'm going to be a little short of breath if I move around because I have an autoimmune disease and this virus just kicks my butt. I'm not contagious. I'm past it, but I'm not going to be my absolute best. I'm so glad I didn't have to cancel on you, though. So I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. We're going to have some fun together. This will be one of the samples for your class, and I'm going to pack up stuff tonight. So I will see you on Thursday. I will see the rest of you next Wednesday, right here, same bat time, same bat channel, actually different bat day, but next Wednesday at 2:30 in the afternoon. Yes, New York time. That's what I wanted to say. So the world is still a rough time. Take care of your hearts. Quilt to make yourself feel better. Turn off whatever things that are kind of getting to you and go to a happy place that makes you love people and reach out and take care of yourselves. Take care of each other until I see you again.